It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from 10-4 Brewing Company. Available in Aldi, or exclusively brewed for Aldi. And it's their India Pale Lager, coming in at 4.1% ABV. There's a look at the can. Without further ado, let's get the can out into a glass and just do that. See what we get. I picked this up recently in Aldi. Of course, whenever Aldi, Lidl, Morrison's, supermarkets, Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Asda, whenever they bring out something relatively new, we try and get it in, try and get it reviewed as quickly as possible. This is a 440 milliliter can. I've just got my fingers crossed really that this is a better beer than the beers in the 440 milliliter cans that we reviewed back in the summer. This beer is being reviewed middle towards the end of November 2020. So 1 to 2 finger whitehead. It is a new beer in Aldi. Good levels of carbonation. Slightly hazy looking beer. It looks pretty good. Kind of New World lager approach. We'll have a look on the side of the can later as well to see who's brewed this beer. But let's get the aroma then on this pale straw coloured beer. It's a little grapefruity. It's got a certain dryness to it. There's something in there which I'm a little bit wary about. It's a little bit like rotting vegetables. And that is an off flavour in the beer. But we're not going to completely judge the beer before we taste it. So I'm going to give that the benefit of the doubt. It is spicy, it is peppery, it is dry, slightly lemony, but there's a slight kind of musty, rotting vegetable aroma in there. It's not massive, it's just a little hint of it. The technical term for this in the brewing industry is DMS. It's an off flavour. Google it, stick it into Google, you can see. Sulphury. I think the technical term would probably be, for DMS, would be a sulphur aroma. But whenever I've reviewed at festivals and with lots of other kind of reviewers out there, it's always referred to as rotting vegetables. I suppose that's for the effect, the drama, if you like. But slightly sulphury. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's not bad actually. It tastes better than it smells. It's got all the hallmarks of a very drinkable lager. Spicy, peppery, nice bitterness on the back end. It's very New World. You get some grapefruits in there, some fleshy blood orange type flavours. Very, very refreshing. A really, really refreshing beer. As for that DMS, I'm just tasting, having a few tastes of the beer before I actually kind of make an utmost decision on that. It's a little DMS-y, which the uphill battle for these breweries is the fact that they have to produce a beer at a price. This beer was no more than £1.50 for a 440 milliliter can of beer. It's trying to compete with beers that hit other supermarkets for between £3 and £3.50 a can. So it's half that price. It's trying to do the same job but for half price, and you're always going to struggle with that. You really are always going to struggle. The description says American hops give a fruity note to this clean, soft lager, complementing its light bitterness, citrus and honey flavours. Just produced, specially produced for Aldi stores. It doesn't say who brews the beer for them. Perhaps you guys can comment in the comments box. Let us know who brews this beer for Aldi in the UK. It is a shame, of course it is. But it's probably a batch issue. It's probably the fact that you could be tasting this beer a month down the line or 2 months down the line, or bought a different batch that I have here, and you might be thinking, it's actually really good. There's actually nothing wrong with this. It's hoppy, it's lager-like, I'm enjoying it. I like the price point of this beer. I can only give you what's in my glass. And it's a slight disappointment with that slight DMS flavour. Other than that, it's a decent beer for the price. It's clean, it's crisp, there's a nice hoppiness to it. Would I, and this is the question really, would I buy this beer over one of the Aldi Rheinbacher Pilsners, the 500ml Rheinbacher Pilsners, which somebody's told me incidentally that they've dropped the ABV from 5% down to 4.5% ABV, which is a real shame. Would I choose this beer, a can of this beer, over a 4-pack of the Aldi Rheinbacher Pilsner? And my answer to that would be no. I would still prefer the Aldi Rheinbacher Pilsner. They just had time to refine this beer. It's an authentic German lager that can be had for £1.25 for a 500ml bottle. Not a 440 can for £1.50. So, Rheinbacher Pils, cheaper, slightly better beer. I think if this didn't have the DMS, it would be a better beer. It's certainly not a beer that you want to, just tip down the sink. It's not one of those beers, but the slight DMS flavours do spoil it a little bit. But other than that, let's rate it. It's clean, it's crisp, it's drinkable, it's refreshing. Carbonation's quite nice there. It pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's slightly citrusy. There's some grapefruit in there, some touch of mango flavours coming through. Yeah, downside's that little touch of DMS. The sulphur flavours in there. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Thanks for watching Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.